Hey everyone, I'm here on a windy day. I'm going to attempt to do a walk around video of my 2018 CFMOTO Uforce 500 LX. I say attempt because it's a very windy day and might be all for nothing. I'll see when I'm editing the video if it can be heard or not. I picked this thing up a week ago today. We're Good Friday 2020 right now in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm fortunate to have this to kind of help me with my little self-isolation. Sorry for the wind. I bought it basically mostly just to use it around the yard here for utility purposes, moving firewood, rocks, sticks, towing the trailers and stuff around the yard, snow plowing in the winter, but we're pretty into ATV riding and whatnot as well, so surely I'll get a trail pass and be hitting the trails as well. So this is it. It's a week old. Like I said, I just did a bit of work around the house with it, just pulling some things out of the shed. My John Deere lawn tractor had to take that out for the season, and it had flat tires. Turns out it had 4 flat tires and a dead battery, so I towed it basically from that shed all around the house into the garage like nothing. I mean, that's only a 500-pound tractor, but still, it's nice to have this, to be able to do it. So to get started, I guess I'm here at the back, so we'll start off at the work end of the machine. This is CFMOTO's utility side-by-side, but it's their entry-level version of that. It's only the 500cc. So it's about 57 inches wide, if I remember correctly. So it's not quite as wide as you would see with some of the other utility side-by-sides, but I personally like the size of it. It's not quite as small as like a 50-inch trail model. But I think it's a good compromise. It's good to get some stuff done, but it's also narrow enough to be nimble in the trails. This is like a composite material, it seems. I had to get used to. My truck has a dampened tailgate, so initially that happened. So I have to always keep in mind that this is not a dampened tailgate. Don't mind the tow rope. This is what I used for my lawn tractor. But you can see the box here, it's got 4 tie downs in the corners. So it's a good size. I mean, it's good for the purpose that I'm going to use it for. On both sides, you have this lever here, and that's for the dump bed. And I'll demonstrate that. Normally, you would obviously have the tailgate open to dump the bed, but because I have a tow strap in it, I'll close it. So all you do is pull the lever, and now it's empty. So the strut did all the work, but I'm assuming once you have a full load in it, you'll have to help it out a little bit. The cargo capacity of this on the 500 is 330 pounds, so nothing significant, but keep in mind you only have a limited amount of space to make up your 330 pounds. So I realistically, for my use, I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. It comes with the hitch receiver. The ball I added, I just put a 2-inch ball because that's pretty standard for the trailers I have. It's an extended trailer hitch receiver, right? So it's not necessarily easily transferable with that from your truck, because it goes all the way in over here, so that it can come out underneath the bed and the muffler to hook up to a trailer. So yeah, but it comes with it, so you should be okay. You can mount the ball of your choice and you'll be in good shape. The cool thing about this is it's got wiring here. So it's got wiring for a trailer, and I don't think that's common for side-by-sides. I realized I forgot the key, but inside the glove box it has the adapter, basically, so you can use either trailer adapter to run your lights on your trailer, which is pretty cool. Not that I'll really ever need it, but hey, I just like that CFMOTO threw it in there. These here, obviously your taillights and your brake lights. And then these, it's funny, when I first got it, I messaged my brother saying, oh, it looks like the reverse lights don't work. They're not reverse lights, they're the signal lights. I'm in Canada. I think the US models come pre-wired for signal lights, but they don't actually have them. Here, we actually have them. I'll show you, actually. I don't know if I need that. So I just activated the hazard lights, which is another thing that the CFMOTO comes with. So you've got brake lights, signal lights, hazard lights, side view mirrors, a horn. This thing is basically like a car. Very cool. Moving over to the side, it came with the roof. I've got another video of installing it. It's like 8 bolts. It took next to no time. We've got these, I don't know if they're called quarter doors. Itty bitty doors, I call them, with one handle on the outside. And there's just 2 kind of rubber bands here that will fling that door shut pretty quickly. The dealer recommended that if I unhook one of them, like just the top one, it will still close, just not quite as aggressively, which I may consider. Depends, I'll get used to it getting in and out, and if it becomes a pain, that's probably what I'll do. And it will probably be especially good for my daughter when she gets in the passenger side, because she's daddy's little helper. Sorry for the wind. So here, kind of working our way to the inside, I'll start with these seats. On camera, they don't look great. Like they're not the same seat you'll get in Z-Force by any means, but it's a nice vinyl material. They're bolstered. They've got, obviously they're drained. I think they're fine. I have no issues with these seats whatsoever. I'm not the kind of user that's gonna swap parts or really upgrade this thing. I mean, I think accessories are a different story. I probably will add a few accessories, but really I'm not looking to upgrade the tires or do anything like that, and I have no qualms over these seats. The seat here, there's a strap here. Somehow, if you could pull it, there we go, sorry. Had to use 2 hands there. That seat will push forward, and underneath the seat, there's a pretty decent sized storage. By no means is that a dry storage, as you can see, the giant hole on the top. That gave it away pretty quickly, but I mean, that may otherwise be useless space, and I like how they included that. It is adjustable, just like a car, right? So you've got the little lever on the, why did I say that weird? Lever on the bottom to be able to adjust the seat. I don't believe the passenger seat has the same, so that's exclusive to the driver's seat. I mentioned the side view mirrors that are on both sides. They're side-by-side side view mirrors. They're not great. So I mentioned accessories. Probably one of the first accessories I get is going to be a rear view mirror that mounts here. Get these things off of it, probably, to make it a bit more narrow for the trails, or at least just not have to depend on them anymore. This is the LX model, like I mentioned, so it comes with the upgraded wheels. The CFMOTO stock wheels, I think they're beautiful. That's a matter of preference, but I've got no complaints over those. Very nice, what are they? CST tires. Again, I'm perfectly happy with these stock tires. And the LX also gets you the winch at the front, which I will show you once I have to go get the key for the glove box to show you the controls of it. But we've got a 3,000 pound, I believe, winch up at the front. And it comes with the electronic power steering, which is really helpful. And it's super easy to turn the wheels on this thing. You can see here the front indicator lights, like I mentioned. The right now on the headlights, there's 3 stages. So you can have just these LED strips, or your low beam, or your high beam. So I've got the LED strips on because I think they look pretty cool. But obviously, they're not going to provide much light. I guess those are called your daytime running lights. You're on over here on the passenger side. There's quite easily the gas tank fill up. One thing I forgot to mention when I was here up front, right under here, there's like a little lever to pull. And I think I just got it jammed. Hold on a second. I ran into a little technical glitch. So right under the CFMOTO logo, there's a little lever that you can kind of move over to the side, and that will pop the hood. Under the hood, you've got obviously your battery, some fluids, ECU, all that fun stuff, fuse box. And here, this is a compartment to store a separate battery in case you want to run some accessories, winch, light bar, whatever you desire. So pretty good access. I like this. I like being able to access the battery so easily. I also like the high location of it, so it's not in the water. I find it bizarre with my wife's Polaris Sportsman. The battery is really like right at the bottom on top of the skid plate, and I just find it strange. We'll go into the inside, just play with these little doors. So the air box right here with the intake behind the driver's seat, so again, nice and high. I am told that the air filters in these are not great, and then that should be one of the first upgrades to do. So I will definitely be doing that at some point. Moving to the inside, this looks very familiar to me because I have a Yamaha ATV. It's a Kodiak. So you've got your standard two-wheel drive that it's in now with a locked rear diff, so there is no turf mode on this machine. Push that to engage the four-wheel drive, and once you're engaged, that can slide over and you can lock the front diff here. So now we're in full diff lock. The front and rear are locked up, and all four tires have power. The cool thing about this CFMOTO is if you know how to drive a car, you know how to drive this. This looks very familiar, doesn't it? So here's those headlight controls that I mentioned, to put the fancy lights, the low beams, and the high beams. You've got a horn that sounds a little bit like my wife's Hyundai Santa Fe, and you've got your signal lights here, just like a car would. Very cool. Parking brake, same thing, very similar to a car. It's nice to have that, and I like that it's not gimmicky. Like, it's a standard. I know where it is. I can feel it when I pull it. It's not a little pedal or something creative like some other brands have done. The transmission selector, park, reverse, neutral, high, and low. The dashboard, I think it's a nice dashboard. It lights up pretty good. You can see I've got 16.8 kilometers on this machine. I guess I don't need these lights anymore. Those obviously, as you can see, are the hazard lights, and this would be the reverse override. This here is just to change the information on the dashboard. The passenger seat, there's some storage underneath, as you can see. Lots of room. I am by no means a small human, and when I get in here, I'm good. I'm really comfortable in this machine. I've got this little bar to keep me nice and secure and keep my limbs inside and hopefully attached to my body. That's really about it. It's so far, again, I by no means can give you a review. I'm happy with the feel of it. I love the looks of it itself. I love the value that's packed. And I paid $10,000 for this machine, Canadian, and brand new. So it is a 2018. We're 2020 right now, so it is an older model. It's identical to the new models. And to be able to pick something up like this for $10,000, I think is great value. And for all the goodies that you get with it for that price that are just included, is a really value-packed machine, I think. So what I'll do, I'll go grab the key to open the glove box so I can show you the winch remotes, and we'll be on our way. I ended up getting the keys, getting the cold one, and I'm ready to show you how the winch works. So it comes with two remotes, which is pretty cool. So there's a wireless remote here. If you hold both buttons down for a couple seconds, it will turn on, and then you can use it remotely. Good times. And it also comes with the wired remote. So this I'm really going to like during plowing, the snow plowing, because that's obviously what's going to control, lift and lower the plow. So you've got both. You've got the wired remote and the wireless remote. And then it just comes with like a little toolkit, owner's manual, which I should probably get around to reading at some point. This here is the wiring for the trailer. like I mentioned. So this adapter, this will plug in to the adapter on the back of the side-by-side, and then this will give you your lighting adapter here. So it's overall, again, it's pretty packed. I think I think that CFMOTO has done a great job at packing this thing with accessories, add-ons. Oh, here I am. Accessories, add-ons, all that fun stuff. People will question the reliability of it because it's not as widely known as the other manufacturers here in North America quite yet. I have no doubt that they will get there as long as the reliability holds up. It's got quite the community building of people who swear by this brand, and here in Canada they include a 5-year warranty. I believe it's 1 year bumper to bumper, and the other 4 years are powertrain. But that shows they're standing behind their product. They believe in it. They obviously are including that to kind of help us overcome the objections of it being a Chinese brand and whatnot. And it worked. It worked for me. So we'll see. We'll see as time goes on its reliability. I'm by no means a heavy user. Right, this thing's not going to be getting air, like jumping and or sending it. I think it's called. That's not me. I'm just a regular guy who's going to use this however I can because I think it's fun. I love trail riding, but it's kind of a relaxed riding style that I go for. So I'm hoping it'll do the job for me, and you'll be the first I tell. All right. So thank you so much. Once again, this is a 2018 CFMOTO Uforce 500LX. Thank you for watching.